Hi everyone, in this video I'll explain about a bisection method to find the root for a polynomial equations. So I'll go through an algorithm and after that also I'll show you an example how we can solve how to find the roots of a polynomial equation using bisection method. So the bisection method is used to find the roots of a polynomial equation. So simply it will separate the intervals and subdivide the intervals in which the root of an equation lies. So let us consider a contiguous function f, so which is defined on the closed intervals a and b, is given with f of a and f of b of different signs. So then by intermediate theorem there exists a point x belongs to ab for which f of x equals to 0. So the bisection method is an approximation method to find the roots of the given equation by repeatedly divides the interval. This method will divide the interval until the resulting interval is found, which is extremely small. So now I'll show you an algorithm of bisection method. See here in step 1 we have to find 2 points a and b such that a is always less than b and f of a and f of b is always less than 0. And after that take the intervals ab and find the next bit point. So that is you can take it as x. So by adding a and b and divide by 2. In step 3 you have to check if f of x naught is 0 or if f of xi is 0, then simply xi is your exact root. Else if f of a and f of x naught is less than 0, then the x naught is exchanged with b. For the next iteration you can take a and x naught will be your intervals and b is become your x naught. Otherwise if you take f of x naught and f of b is less than 0, then simply you can exchange your a with x naught and the roots is lies between x naught and b. You can repeat the steps 2 and 3. So until you get your f of xi equals to 0 or you get your f of xi is approximate value. So I'll go with an example. So here is an example. We have taken f of x is x cube minus x minus 1 equals to 0. So now by using this bisection method we are trying to find the roots of this equation. So now coming to a solution. So let you can take your f of x is x cube minus x minus 1. So we have to take the initial intervals of a and b. For that you can substitute the values from 0. So now I'll take my x is 0, then f of 0 is become 0 cube minus 0 minus 1, it is minus 1. And I can substitute 1 in my f of x so that I get x cube minus 1 equals to minus 1. So I get two negative values. So it doesn't satisfy me like f of a and f of b is less than 0, because when I take these two functions I got minus 1 I'll get positive value which is not less than 0. So I cannot choose 0 and 1 are my initial intervals. So what I will do, I can extend my x value. So now I will take x equals to 2. I can substitute in my f of x, that is 2 cube minus 2 minus 1. I will get my answer as 5. So now in my last two successive iterations, I find one is negative value and one is the positive value. So I can take my starting intervals a and b are 1 and 2, because my f of 1 equals to minus 1 which is less than 0 and my f of 2 equals to 5 which is greater than 0. So which is of two different signs. So now I'll take an assumption, now my roots is lies between 1 and 2. So I'll find first x naught value which is of my mid value. So that is a plus b by 2. So simply my a is 1, b is 2. So I can add 1 plus 2 divide by 2. I get the value as 1.5. So now I find this f of x naught value, because for the further steps I need to check whether if my f of x naught is 0 or not. If my f of x naught is 0, then x is my answer. Otherwise I need to take the next two intervals to find the same thing. So I am substitute f of 1.5 because my x naught value is 1.5 here. In my f of x, that is 1.5 whole cube minus 1.5 minus 1, I get 0.875. So which is a positive value, which is greater than 0. So now in my next iteration, I need to choose my AB values. So here you can find out that which I am find x0 value is positive. So I can take the next one is obviously the different sign. So that I got for f of 1. So now f of 1 equals to minus 1, which is less than 0, and f of 1.5 is 0.875, which is greater than 0. So now f of a and f of b will get less than 0. So for that, here I can change my b value with x0, and my assumption is that roots are lies between this 1 and 1.5. So now I can find x1 because initially my x value is 0 and here my x is 1. So I value, that is xi value. So here xi, I is 1, then it will be x1 coefficient. So I can simply take a plus b, that is 1 plus 1.5 by 2, which is 1.25. So this is my mid value now. So now I can substitute this value f of x1, that equals to f of 1.25 whole cube minus 1.25 minus 1. So now I get one negative value. So which is 0 minus 0.29688, so which is less than 0. So when I have a negative value, definitely I can choose the next value as my positive value. So that in my next iteration, I can choose this f of 1.25 because its value is less than 0, and I can choose 1.5 because the value is greater than 0. So now my roots are lies between 1.25 and 1.5. So now again I can find x2 value. So now x2 equals to, because here why I am taken x2, my I is 2 now. So x2 equals to 1.25 plus 1.5 divided by 2. So that is 1.375. So now I can substitute in my f of x, that is f of 1.375, that equals to 1.375 whole cube minus 1.375 minus 1. Now I get a positive value. So now you can observe that when I substitute f of 1.375, I get a positive value. So now in my previous iteration, so I can choose f of 1.25 because it is get a negative value, and then now this x value which is a positive value. So for the next iterations, my x is lies in between. See, my root is lies between 1.25 and 1.375. Okay. So now I can find I is 3, I can find x3 value, which is 1.25 plus 1.375 divided by 2. That is 1.3125. So I can substitute this value in my f of x. So I'll get the value as negative. So once it is negative, definitely I can choose this positive value for my next iteration. So now the negative value is I taken from the previous x0 value, x3 value, that is f of 1.3125, which is of negative value, and the positive value I get from this one, that is f of 1.375, which is 0.22461, which is greater than 0. So now my root is lies between 1.3125 and 1.375. So now I becomes 4. Why I didn't stop this algorithm? Because I didn't get my f of x value is not 0. Right? You have to repeat the steps until you get either your f of xi value is 0 or else f of xi will reach the approximate value. So for that I can continue the iterations. So in every step I can do the same thing. So I can I did almost 11 iterations. So now you are observing that in the 11th iteration, so now I have 1.32422, I get a negative value which is less than 0, and then f of 1.3252 which is I get a positive value. So for this iterations, my root is lies between these two values, that is 1.32422 and 1.3252. So my I is 10 here because I am doing the 11th iteration, my I is 10. So now x10 equals to 1.32422 plus 1.3252 divided by 2, I get 1.32475. So now I am substituting this value in my f of x, I will get minus 0.00005. So which is less than 0 and it is approximately 0. Right? It is you can choose your approximator error as 0.00001. So now you get less than. So because this value is less than to this, you can stop. Right, you can stop this algorithm. So in which xi position you got your value f of x is approximately 0, and you can take that value as your root. So now my f of x value is 1.32471. At this value I get my f of x value is approximate to 0, so that my root is 1.32471. So in this way you can find the root in bisection method, and you just remember one thing, in your bisection method at least it will take more than 8 to 10 steps to get your solution, okay, for any problem. So I'll show you, this is entirely we represent in a table. So see here, this is n is nothing but in what iteration you are doing, and here is a and b values. So initially my assumption a is 1 and b is 2, and f of a value, when I substitute this a value in my f of x function, that is x cube minus x minus 1, so I got minus 1 here, and f of b value I get plus 5 here. So I get 1 negative and 1 positive, so that my root is lies between these two values. So my x naught value is become, means how you can find a plus b by 2. See, a plus b, these we cannot take these two values, right? So now this value is become 1.5. Then I substitute this x naught value in my f of x. Now I will get 0.875. So now you can find out that here this value means f of a value is negative, and then f of x naught value is positive. So I can choose these two values for my next iteration. So because of that, see here I am chosen 1 and 1.5. Okay, so in like that you can repeat your steps until 11th step, because at this step you are finding your f of x naught, I mean xi value. So here xi is 11, right? So at this you are finding your x naught value is approximately 0, or else it will reach the approximate error. So now I'll stop my algorithm, and I said 1.32471 is my root, because at this x value I got my f of x value is approximate value. Thank you.